Congratulations! If you found this, that means the algorithm has chosen you. You may be wondering who I am, but that's not important. What is important is that you, that's right, you, are lucky. But what does it mean to be lucky? According to Wiktionary, lucky is a term that refers to someone being rewarded by chance beyond what one deserves. And you know what? Who doesn't like feeling lucky? Because if you don't want to be lucky, then you may like to earn your rewards through hard work and determination, but every once in a while, you may come across bad luck or unlucky things happening to you, like having your hard work discredited, getting struck by lightning, or dying in a marching band accident. You know, common stuff. Whatever your beliefs are, religious or otherwise, the idea of luck falls under the umbrella of fairness. People like to shout, "It's not fair," when faced with injustice. And maybe they are right. There are lots of injustices in this world, because you know what? Life isn't fair, so make it fair. Test the waters of the game you got yourselves into, and play that game very, very well, until the point where you succeed. Then, you got nothing to feel guilty of, because hey, you won fair and square. Maybe you exposed some contradictions within that game's rules. Either way, you work hard, you fight, and take pride in your efforts. In the context of social media, the game of luck is heavily involved. Especially one of luck's favorite games is YouTube. The rules of YouTube are very, very broken, and more importantly, inconsistent. The rules to the game were simple: broadcast yourself, where you post your talent, whatever that could be, singing a song, destroying some noobs, or running a whole marathon, all calculated by a star-based system. The rules were easy to understand and simple. Fast forward to some time later, they removed the star-based system. Okay, no big deal, many said. That change simplified the rules even further. But still easy to understand. But then, cracks within the rules started to show. People doing techniques like mass flagging, a technique used to censor and attack users, where people had their whole channels terminated. What defenses did these people have? A simple appeal, and the chance to be lucky, because the only hope they had was often an AI bot, detecting these incidences, and sometimes letting the people who mass flagged win. Even though the victims didn't really break any rules, and yet still got screwed over. That is a textbook definition of an injustice. Things can't get worse, right? Fast forward sometime later, and YouTube removes comments on videos that are made for kids. But then you realize, YouTube themselves has an entire app dedicated to kids content. Now the rules are inconsistent. People's work hilariously being labeled made for kids by AI when they aren't. And other people's work and often posts of corporations being labeled made for kids, or having ads on them, despite having inappropriate themes or jokes that violate YouTube's rules. That's ironic. Copyright infringement on YouTube is a double-edged sword. You have to very careful edit out certain types of music, blur certain scenes and imagery, only to post something that never came out the way you intended, just for days, if not weeks and weeks of work, to get copyright claimed, only to do it all over again and post your work again, making things look unprofessional. On one hand, people realize this, and don't care, but at the same time, people with artistic bones in their bodies are dying in the inside. The ads on YouTube have also gotten worse. Or more hilarious, depending on your view. Back in the somewhat golden era of YouTube, there used to be just one ad appearing on a video, and maybe more depending if a video is longer than 10 or 8 minutes. Then, ads started coming in rows of 2, where the first ad would be unskippable, then a second ad would play. And thanks to the rise of AI, there's non-safe for work ads on the site. How fun, and there's even literal ads of people recording themselves playing a game with nothing interesting happening. Let's not forget, in 2025, YouTube added even more ads to the site, to where if you pause a video, an ad will show up. There's more ads on YouTube than a piracy site. But what does this have to do with you being lucky? With the rise of YouTube Shorts, I would say everything. People's attention spans are getting shorter, the amount of news and mental retardation is more easily accessible than ever before thanks to platforms like TikTok, and now, YouTube. Content that people will normally post horizontally, now they post vertically. Short-formed content gets praised more than long-formed content, and vice versa. The algorithm doesn't care about truth, it cares about your attention, and once in a blue moon, it will sometimes care for originality. How do you know what to do? That's the thing, you don't. It's all an act, it's all a game, it's all luck, and it's all mess. You should still play the messy and chaotic game very, very well. Have a plan, and stick to it, if you want to succeed. But, of course, sometimes it's better to be a spectator and absorb the chaos from afar. Sometimes it's better to relax, not get involved in games that are rigged, go outside, touch grass, play a board game, meditate for 20 minutes, eat a whole jar of applesauce, go on Netflix and scroll for 10 minutes and not watch anything. Exercise on a treadmill for 50 minutes, make a protein shake and get disgusted by it. Masturbate to a furry movie, because you see folks, when life gives you lemons, squeeze them. And then squeeze some more, until you get messed up on lemon juice because you know what? You have every right to say, screw it, take certain opportunities, celebrate your efforts, and just relax every once in a while. But maybe you don't want to do any of that. Maybe you like a challenge, and so you keep putting up with the games and the luck-based rules you got yourself into. And to that I say, good luck, and copy others. You see, knowledge is power. Copying what works within your own work and others is the first step to getting lucky. But not to come off as unoriginal, but instead, to form your own identity, to stand out for the sake of the algorithm, and more importantly, yourself. But at the same time, constantly copying others might hinder your creativity and identity long term. In short, YouTube sucks. But the challenge is fun, and it will be worth it. I said it once, and I'll say it again, good luck. But hey, since you're here, I like to showcase you some fantastic work of mine. Here at Evil Die TV, we got movie reviews. Want to see a person trash talk movies in style?
What do you want to look out? Ryan, look out! Ah!
Fatality.
We got that, like the legendary Drawn Together movie review, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie review. Reference frenzy.
I clapped when I saw it. I clapped when I saw it. I clapped.
We also got gaming reviews. Dive into the corrupted world of mobile gaming, and experience legendary classics like Bomber Friends and Pooh. And experience lost media of games nobody really cares about anymore. Looking for something more story-based? We got you. Immerse yourself into the world of the unexplained and highly confusing Super Mario universe and its power-ups, or have fun watching AI generate slop skits. And so much more content to come, and if the numbers are high enough, more skits, more reviews, will be produced. Let's play these games, and let's play them well. Let the New Year's bring even more chaos, and more satisfaction. Let's rumble. Oh, and by the way, thank you for taking my clickbait, and thanks for watching, bye.
Yes, we give the audience what it wants.
Smash that like button and subscribe.